If you can't find them, just point and someone will help you. Not many of you know this, but Picasso, Lapin was written by Mr. Steve Martin. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are thrilled because he's actually right over there at his home in North Carolina. But his words will be right there. If you have any drinks, snacks, candy, E-shaped pies, please open those up now before the show starts so we don't disrupt our neighbors' experience. Please do not take any pictures or videos. If you want to meet any of our actors, whether to give them a handshake or a punch, we will be at the stage door, which is the opposite side of the building from whence you entered up there. Can I see by show of hands who has seen this show once already? Woo! Who has seen this show 3 times? Who tonight is seeing this show? Okay, Mr. Rector, put your hand. Who is seeing this show for their 7th time? All of us at the Lapin would like to tell our good friend Tyler, I practiced this with him, Tyler D. Maka?
No.
Tell me.
DeRocco.
DeRocco! How did I get it wrong? We all signed our poster for you. We are so incredibly smitten by how much you have brought joy and laughter to every performance you've seen. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy tonight's closing performance of Steve Martin's Picasso.
There's something in the air tonight.
Tamarapundier, 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 Tamarapundier.
Well, Gaston, sound like you're out of your bad mood.
Ah, yes, damn it, woke up this morning good mood. Nothing I could do about it. Tamarapundier, Tamarapundier. Damn my memory. What's the next lyric?
Oh, I don't know, but my guess it's ta-ra-ra, boom de ray.
Ah, great song. I wonder who wrote it.
2 brothers from Bombay, ta-ra and ra boom de ray.
Yes. Oh, I have to pee.
Already? You haven't had a drink.
One day you'll understand.
I'll be sitting there. I'm to meet a opponent.
Oh, shut your face, you little pipsqueak.
You don't even know him.
I have a feeling.
Still, you can't just insult someone out of the blue like that.
But I'm French.
Do you have absence?
When absent comes up,
I'm supposed to meet her at 6 o'clock at the Bar Rouge.
this isn't the Bar Rouge. It's Lapin.
No difference.
No difference.
You see, I'm a serialist, and the way I see it is there is just as much chance of her wandering in here accidentally as there is of her wandering into the Bar Rouge on purpose. So, where I wait for her is of no importance. It is of no importance where I will tell her I will be, and the least of all, it's not important what time I am to meet her.
Unless
Unless that.
Unless you really want to meet her.
I don't follow.
If you really want to meet her, you'd meet her at the Bar Rouge at the time you told her.
You are forgetting one thing.
And what's that?
She thinks like I do.
Here's your vodka.
I asked for absinthe.
No difference.
I can describe the woman you're waiting for.
So can I.
But I haven't seen her. I can describe her face, her hair, her smell.
Go ahead.
But I need something.
Like that.
Women are my area of expertise. Like the paleontologist, I can recreate the creature from a bone. I need something.
How did you get to become such an expert?
By looking.
Oh, so you're an admirer of the feminine equation.
Yes, I look, but I never touch. In that way I can glide among them, invisible. So I need a hint.
Yes, a hint. She has long red hair.
Oh, one of those. Hard to control because she's so damn bad. She runs you, doesn't she? Like, her speech will be short, like her skirt. She'll sit over here and cross her legs and control the room. She's controlling it now. Listen to us, talking about her, all because she has long red hair.
Sounds like you really know women.
Never met one.
Never met her?
But not in my new incarnation as an old man. Women respond differently to men of different ages. I'm only newly old. Just getting used to it, really. My name is Gaston.
My name is Albert Einstein.
You can't be. You just can't be.
I'm sorry, I'm not myself today.
That's not what I mean. In order of appearance.
Come again?
In order of appearance, you're not third. Cast in order of appearance. See, it says it right here. You're fourth. I knew it. I knew when you walked in.
And yet you said nothing.
Could have put my finger on it. But now I can.
I take your point. Toilets.
Behind that door.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm late.
Late? You're not late. You're third.
Where were you?
At home, darling.
Doing what?
Sitting in front of a mirror.
Why?
Just looking. Seeing what all the fuss is about. And besides, a mirror is like the mind. If you don't use it, it loses the power to reflect.
Well, you should still try to be on time, sweetheart.
Oh, don't be so old-fashioned, Freddie. These are the zeros.
But it's the fourth thing that you're late.
Oh, are we going to fight, Freddie? Let's not fight. Let's be in love like we were yesterday. So that tomorrow I can say, let's be in love like we were yesterday. Always. Always.
Okay, always.
I'll be sitting there. I'm to meet someone, a woman. I'm to meet her at 6 o'clock at the Bar Rouge. Happy now?
Rouge, this is not.
Don't ask.
Hey, Gaston. See any good ones today?
Oh, yes. I saw a good one yesterday as the shops were closing. I tried to hold her in my memory, but she faded. And now all I can remember is a white linen blouse with just a whisper across here underneath. It was like seeing a sweet custard through a veil of murder.
I've heard Picasso comes here. Well, does he?
Sometimes.
Tonight?
Maybe.
Well, look away. You look away too. You're all right, I guess.
Tarara-boom-die, 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 tarara-boom-die.
All right.
Damn.
What's the matter?
Now I have to consider everything I'm wearing to be lucky. Every time I go out, Howard. It's not without my lucky hat. Not without my lucky scarf. Not without my lucky shirt. Oh.
I'd like some wine. Any special color? Red, please. So, do you know Picasso? Twice. Is he expecting you? Well, I think he's expecting to see me.
Who is this Picasso?
He's a painter. He's a painter, or at least says he's one. I've never actually seen any of his artwork, only way he tells me. Nuts about blue, they say.
Oh yes, he's a painter. I've seen them. He gave me a drawing.
What are they like?
Well, they're strange, really. Not like that, I'll tell you.
There's nothing wrong with this. Got out of my grandmother's house after she died. Well, while she was dying. Sheep in meadow in fog. It's beautiful.
That's not what I see.
And what do you see, Einstein?
I prefer to take it further. Observe how the sheep are painted small, consumed by the landscape and the terrain. So I see the landscape over the small things. For me, it's the meaning that gives it its value.
Jesus Christ. Sheep, meadow, fog. Period.
Yes. Well, it seems to me that if you judge it only by its meaning, then any bad painting is just as good as any good painting if they have the same meaning.
Vivid.
I would like a wine. The purpose of the wine is to get me drunk. If a bad wine will get me just as drunk as a good wine, I would like a good wine. And since the result is the same, no matter which wine I drink, I would like to pay the bad wine price. Is that where you're headed, Ice?
I really don't think he's that clever, Gaston.
Want to see the drawing he gave me?
I never thought the 20th century would be handed to me so casually. Scratched out and penciled on a piece of paper. Tools thousands of years old, waiting for someone to move them in just this vein. I'm lucky tonight. I was open to receive it. Another night and I might have brushed it off as a joke or a cruel remark. Why didn't this happen before? By accident? Why didn't Raphael doodle this absent-mindedly?
And what do you think of the drawing?
What could it matter?
Let me see. Yeah, here.
I like it all right.
I don't get it.
I don't think it looks like me.
Well, there you go. 4 more opinions. I wonder how many opinions the world can hold. 1 billion? 1 trillion? Well, we just added 4, but look, the drawing is the same.
Hey, look. What kind of person would I be if I didn't form an opinion? I see the drawing, I think about it, I form an opinion. Then, I see someone else, and I express my opinion. And suddenly, I'm fascinating. And because I'm so fascinating, somebody else sees the drawing, they form an opinion, now they're fascinating too. And soon, whereas before I was in a room full of dumbbells, I'm now sitting in a room full of completely fascinating people with opinions.
My name's Suzanne.
And you are waiting for Picasso.
Right? Do you know him?
Oh, yes, I've heard of him. Big guy. Plays the ukulele.
No.
What's his first name?
Pablo?
Oh, no, different guy.
Gaston, lay off. So, How did you meet Picasso?
It was about 2 weeks ago. I was walking down the street one afternoon, and I walked up the stairs into my flat, and I looked back, and he was standing there, framed in the doorway, looking up at me. I couldn't see his face because the light came in from behind him and he was in shadow, and he said, "I am Picasso." So I said, "Well, so what?" And he said he wasn't sure yet, but he thinks that it means something in the future to be a Picasso. He said that occasionally there is a Picasso, and he happens to be him. He said the 20th century might as well start somewhere, and might as well be now. Then he said, "May I approach you?" So I said, "Okay." He walked up to me, picked up my wrist, turned it over, and with his fingernail, scratched deeply on the back of my hand. In a second, in red, the image of a dove appeared. Well, then I thought, why is it that someone who wants me can hang around for months? And I can like him, but I am not going to sleep with him. Then, somebody else says the right thing, and I'm on my back, not knowing what hit me. Yeah, why is that?
Huh?
See, the men are always talking about their things like it's not them.
Yeah, what things?
The things between their legs.
Oh, yes, Louis.
See, it's not them. It's someone else, and it's true. It's like some rudderless fireworks snaking across town. But women have things too. They just work differently. They work from up here. So when the guy comes on to me through here, he's practically there already. Done. So, the next thing I know, we're inside my apartment, and I said, "Well, what do you want?" And he said he wanted my hair, he wanted my neck, my knees, my feet. He wanted his eyes on my eyes, his chest on my chest. He said he wanted the chairs in the room, the note paper on the table. He wanted the paint from the walls. He wanted to consume me until there was nothing left. He said he wanted deliverance and I would be his savior. And he was speaking Spanish, which didn't hurt, I'll tell you. At that point, the word no became like a Polish village. Unpronounceable. I held out for seconds. Frankly, I didn't enjoy it that much because it was kind of quick.
Premature ejaculation.
Is there any other kind?
As I'm sitting there, half dressed, he picked up a drinking glass, of which I have two, and he just pointed it at me and looked at me through the bottom of it. He kept twisting it in his hand like a kaleidoscope. And he said, "Even though you're refracted, you're still you." I didn't ask. Then he said he had somewhere to be, and I thought, sure. And he left.
You saw him again?
Oh, yes. Later that night, he came back with this drawing and gave it to me. Then he'd do it again. This time in French. Oh, I enjoyed it this time, if you're keeping score. But then he got very distracted, and I said, "Well, what's the matter?" And he said, sometimes he starts thinking about something, and he can't stop. No, wait. He said he doesn't think about it, he sees it. And so I said, "What is it?" And he said, "It can't be named." That's exactly what he said. It can't be named. Well, when you're with someone who says they're seeing things that can't be named, you either want to run like hell or go with it. Well, I'm going with it, and that's why I'm here tonight. He told me about this place, that he might see me here sometime. Sunday, and that was 2 weeks ago.
Sex, sex, sex.
What?
Nothing. I was just thinking out loud.
Been a while.
It's been about 8 months. Interesting, actually. I saw a cat in the street. I bent over to pet it, but it moved just out of my reach. It seemed friendly, but nervous, so I followed it. It stayed out of my reach for several blocks. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. When I realized the cat had stopped at the feet of a woman, I looked up at her, and our eyes met. Older, my age, but she was dazzling. Let's just say she had a nice motor coil. We made love in her place within the hour.
And did you make love to her again?
No, I didn't.
See, there you are. She was there, you were taken with each other. You men, why is once always enough? Why wouldn't you make love to her again?
I wanted to, but she died about an hour later. We both wanted to do it again. And I told her I need an hour to rejuvenate. So I went outside and sat with the cat. After a while, I looked up, and they were carrying her body out on a stretcher.
Oh my God.
I can't help but think I killed her.
Hey, what did Picasso say about my place?
He said this is where artists come to work on
Manifestos.
Does anybody want a coffee?
That's what I could go for.
Cream or black?
No, a manifesto. I could really use a nice, juicy manifesto. It would be nice to wake up with a raison d'etre to go with your morning coffee. Well, wouldn't you say? I have to pee.
Did Picasso say he was working on a manifesto?
No, he said that he doesn't need one, and if he did start working on one, he would have depleted it before he finished writing it down. Oh, one other thing. Just before he left, he walked over to the window, reached out on the sill, and like lightning, grabbed a pigeon. Then he held the pigeon in one hand, turned it over, and soothed it and talked to it, and the pigeon fell asleep like it was hypnotized. Then he held his hand out the window and dropped the pigeon. And the pigeon just fell 2 stories upside down, straight down like a stone. Then, just before it would have hit the ground, the pigeon turned itself over, starts flapping like that, and just takes off flying straight up past us, just above the buildings and away into the night. Then Picasso said, "That's like me." And he was gone. Could I have a refill? I'll get it. Anyone else want a refill?
Does anyone know what 62 francs 33 minus 37 francs 17 is?
Oh, why don't you let me do that, Freddie?
25 francs 16.
You sure?
25 16.
You're positive.
Positive. Absolutely.
Just came up with that awfully quick.
Look, if you want it to be different, there's nothing I can do about it.
I'll work on it tomorrow.
It will be the same tomorrow.
I have my account print coming tomorrow. He'll check it. He checks everything anyway.
You can have a math squad from the Vishnu Numerical Center for the Intellectually Profound come over, and it'll still be 25 francs 16.
I'll try.
Jeez, Freddie, take his word for it.
Are you a professor?
No, I'm not.
What do?
By day, I work in the patent office.
Oh, and what do you do there?
By day, I register notions. That's what they are, really. Notions, shortcuts, ways to get something to do something quicker.
Oh, and what do you do at night?
Oh, at night. At night, the stars come out.
Oh, the stars in the sky.
No, the stars in my head.
And after the stars in your head come out?
Oh, I write it down.
Oh yeah? You've been published?
No, not yet.
See, we're all writers, aren't we? He's a writer who hasn't been published, and I'm a writer who hasn't written anything.
And you are welcome here. We get all kinds of artist types, writers, poets, painters. What do you write about?
I can't even begin to explain.
Try, simplify it. Can you tell me in one sentence what your book is about?
It's about everything.
So you mean like relationships between men and women?
Bigger.
Okay, life from birth to death.
Bigger.
Oh, okay, the warring of nations and the movements of people.
Bigger.
Okay, the Earth and its place in the solar system.
Keep going.
Okay, the universe and everything contained in it.
Stop there.
Okay, how big is this book?
About 70 pages.
Okay, that's good. Maybe we could put you in contact with some of our publisher friends. What's the title?
The special theory of relativity.
Catchy. I can't wait to not buy that.
Is it funny? Well, because if it's funny, you can really sell a lot of books.
Oh, in that case, it's very funny.
It's very funny!
Well, actually, that depends on what you mean by funny.
Oh, what does it make you laugh?
No.
Chuckle?
No.
Smile?
I wish I could say yes.
So it's not funny.
No.
You just said it's funny.
I was trying to sell more books.
Could it have illustrations?
Impossible.
Well, why not? It might look good. Give it a little zip.
Illustrations are two-dimensional.
Yes, I know what you mean, but a good draftsman can give very realistic three-dimensional drawings.
I need 4.
Einstein, I'm trying to help you here. You want your book to have impact, don't you?
Sure.
Well, if you want it to have impact, you've got to have people read it, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so, in your field, how many people do you figure have to read your book in order to have impact?
Fun!
No. In order to have impact, you've got to have lots of people read your book. Every man in the street has got to have one.
No! Only one. Max.
Max?
Max Planck, a German physicist, very influential. If he reads my book, he makes my reputation.
You are very lucky. If your market is only one person and you already know his name, well, you can put a limit on what you spend on advertising. How old are you?
I'm 25.
You don't look 25 to me.
I learned at a very early age that I was the kind of person that will always look 86.
Hey, Einstein. Last week I bought 12 bottles of Chablis for 17 francs a bottle, but only 11 came. How much do I owe this guy?
Leave him alone.
187 francs.
See? As long as we've got him here, might as well use him. Made a deal with Alphonse for a case of port at 26 francs a case. Said if I ordered 6 cases, he'd give me a discount, but he didn't know the year of the port. Said if when port arrived was newer than 1900, give me 4% discount, keep me 3% on bottles before 1900, 2% on bottles before 1895. When I got the cases, 2 cases had 9 bottles dated after 1900, 15 bottles dated before 1895. 1 case had 18% of the bottles dated before 1900, and the rest of the bottles were split evenly between before 1895 and after 1900. And the rest of 3 cases were after 1900, before 1900, before 1895, respectively. How much the hell do I owe this guy?
Good grief.
He's stumped.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't listening. Just kidding. Here's your answer. 2,245 francs 73, given that X and parentheses Y is the mean price per bottle.
2,245. Did you say Y and parentheses X?
Y and parentheses X? Oh my God, that's funny! Oh my God!
What's the date today?
It's the 8th.
And the year?
We don't know the year.
I know the year. It's just sometimes when you're writing quickly, you write the wrong year. Look at that date that I've written, and sometimes been off by 10, even 15 years. But now that I'm thinking about it, no, it's 1903.
04.
04? Hey, look, the year just changed. It's only January.
October.
Date's not born anyway.
Just put the first decade of the 20th century.
Gosh, that's what it is, isn't it? The first decade of the 20th century.
I'm glad the 19th century is over. It was a bad century.
What's there to like about a century?
Well, for one thing, the pollution, smoke, garbage, soot.
Oh, shit.
You disagree?
No, I was adding to the list.
Horseshit. Noise.
This century will be better.
And what do you see for the future?
Well, let me ask you, what do you see?
I'll answer. I see air travel becoming common.
With hundreds of people being carried through the air in giant airplanes. I think we'll see images being carried through the air, and the receivers will become so popular that mass taste will diminish their potential. The city of Hiroshima will become completely modernized. There will be a brief craze for lawn flamingos. Cruelty will be perfected. By the end of the century, smoking in restaurants will be banned. There will be music by 4 lads from Liverpool. Fine. Right. I think a yo-yo will be a wonderful thing to play with and a terrible thing to be.
Here's mine. Led by Germany, this will be known as the Century of Peace. Clothes will be made of wax. There will be a craze for automobiles, but it will pass. A carton of cigarettes will be one of the most thoughtful get-well gifts. And the Wright brothers will long be remembered for their invention and manufacture of a low-calorie fudge.
Anyone in tonight?
Not that you're looking for, Seagal.
I got a Matisse today. Oh, small but juicy. A little beachscape. Get me a rum. Oh, here. Take a look. It says everything about Matisse you want to know. I bought 8 drawings and got to throw it in. The smaller it is, the harder it is to say it, no doubt about it. And that thing's got it all. Well, this thing will hold a wall. Stick it up there. Look at it. Beautiful. Still works. Still working. Still holds the wall. Lost it there, but damn. You see what I mean?
Not really.
From up to 10 feet away, the bar is working for the Matisse. Then the bar takes over. One more, Freddie.
Is it getting windy in
What
here?
makes it so great?
I'll show you what makes it great. This is what makes it great.
The frame.
The boundaries, the edge. Otherwise, anything goes. Well, you want to see a soccer game where players can run up into the stands with the ball and order a beer? No! They've got to stay within the boundaries to make it interesting. In the right hands, this little space is as fertile as Eden.
That frame is about the size of my book.
Well, I hope you choose your words carefully. Ideas are like children. You must watch over them or they might go wrong.
I know what he means.
I told that to Apollinaire. He squiggled and squirmed. I'm going to turn a nice profit on that. You watch.
Well, considering you got it for free, might not be too difficult.
But you got it because you loved it. How can you sell it?
What do?
I'm a physicist.
Good. Then you must know how naive a question can sound. I'll tell you how it works. When I bought it, I identified it. I identified it as something worth having. I have named it a work of art. Once I've done that, I don't need to own it anymore. It will always be mine. And I guarantee you, Matisse is happy about it too. Oh, he wants his work out there, out of Paris. I sold to Russia. And I sold to America. And I sold to dealers in Paris who have sold everywhere. And the dealers like to come to me because, frankly, they don't get it. And they want me to discern the good ones from the bad ones.
But how did you learn to tell the difference?
Oh, I wish I knew. But I can look at any two paintings that no one has ever laid eyes on before and know that that one is for me. And that one is for someone whose idea of art is something ugly done by a relative. They come to the galleries with bags of money saying, "Show me what you've got." Taste is no object. One more, Freddie.
Finally, a customer.
Freddie, take out the book.
Come on.
No, take it out. Corbet! Corbet! Corbet!
Wait a minute. Let's look at Corbett.
Titian! Raphael!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a tough one.
You got the other ones. What's so tough about this one?
Well, he's got his thumb over the name. We art dealers are notorious for our sense of humor.
All right. That's enough.
Who's this?
Was he here tonight?
Not yet.
Are you meeting him here?
Don't know.
I can wait. A trifle hasty. Do you want to sell it?
Not for anything.
For 50 francs!
It is mine forever.
Get him to sign it, it'll be worth more.
Hey, Sego, you're the expert. What do you see?
Oh. That. I see a 500-pound lemon.
What?
I know that there are two subjects in paintings no one will ever buy. One is Jesus. The other is sheep. Now, love him as much as they want. No in the living room. Oh, you're having a few friends over, having a few drinks. And there's Jesus. Over the sofa. Somehow it doesn't work. And not in the bedroom either. Oh! You want Jesus watching over you, but not while you're in the missionary position. You could put him in the kitchen, although that's sort of insulting to Jesus. Jesus, ham sandwich. Jesus, ham sandwich. I wouldn't like it, and neither would he. Can't sell a male nude either, unless they're messengers. Now, why a messenger would want to appear nude, I don't know. You'd think they'd at least need a little pouch or something. In fact, a nude man knocked on my door, and I said, "Who is it?" And he said, "Messenger." I damn well look and see if he had a pouch first, and if he doesn't, I am not answering the door. Sheep are the same way, don't ask me why, can't sell them.
Here's what I don't understand. A month goes by. Every night, no different than any other. People come in, people go out. So why do all the nuts show up in one evening?
Picasso's definitely coming in tonight.
I hope he does.
Me too. He owes me a barbell.
I'd like to meet him.
Maybe I could get a painting out of him.
Well, it seems we all have an interest in Picasso. Why don't we give a little toast to him?
Oh, I'll do it.
I have been thinking about sex all day. Can't get it out of my mind.
I have been thinking about it for 62 years.
I did 16 drawings today. 2 in pencil, the rest in ink. All women. What does that tell you? It tells me a painter has the obligation to stay sexually exhausted. Otherwise, the mind drifts off to easel out the window and across the street to the grocer's daughter. You were proposing a toast?
Yes, to Picasso.
Hey, to him! I mean, did you guys talk about anything else besides me? Did the weather come up?
It was mostly about you.
God, I feel good. How lucky for you to be talking about someone and then here they come. Anyway, how do I look? Be honest. Oh, that spot, we've got to do something about it. Why don't you come by tomorrow? I have something to show you. Something's afoot. The moment is coming. I can feel it.
Last month's work has been spectacular. I sat in front of the last piece I got from you with some friends and described it for 2 hours.
Did they get it?
Dunno. They left after the first hour.
That was this. This I tell you. This is different already. There's nothing in my way anymore. If I can think it, I can draw it. I used to have an idea, then a month later I would draw it. The idea was a month ahead of its execution. Now, the idea is ahead of the pencil only by minutes. And one day, they will be simultaneous. You know what that's like? The feeling of clear, undiluted vision.
I have a vague idea.
Are you an artist?
No, I'm a scientist, but sometimes I feel like an artist.
Well, multiply it by 1,000, and you know what it's like to be me. I don't believe we've had the pleasure.
Well, you have.
My name is Picasso.
Oh, how nice for you. Oh.
Look at it.
It's a dove. How much?
50 francs? That's a good price, isn't it?
Yes, that's fair.
The price of fame, I guess.
How much for the drawing?
Whatever's fair.
it and suddenly I have a camera? Can I get anything I want just by drawing it?
Can he?
Not yet. And don't worry, because I never would. And don't forget it.
Anyway, if you need a camera, I've got one.
Good. Wait a minute. You have a camera?
Yes, I have a camera.
How did you get the camera?
I bought it.
I have one question. If I can't afford the camera, how can you afford the camera? How much are you selling my paintings for?
Twice what I paid for them.
Twice! I'm so depressed.
That's nothing. Considering I'm making on the drinks.
Boy.
God is good. I hate him. I hate him, I hate him, I hate him. Just when you're in the swing of things, someone has to come along and ruin it for you. It's so new. I can't even be mad. This is not painting. This is alchemy. Out in sizzling hot. What's he like?
What's he like? Well, he's earnest. Talented, obviously. Nice to be around.
Oh,
Self-deprecating.
good. It saves me the trouble. You see, Seagal, here is the difference between you and me. You look at that nasty old thing and see a picture of some sheep in a landscape.
He's not the only one.
Right, he's not the only one. Enter me. I see different. I see as an empty frame with something hideous in it that's waiting to be covered up with something new. Advancing out into the unknown, the undrawn. The new thing must be coaxed out of its cave, wrestled with, and finally pinned up on the wall like a hide. When I look at Goya, it's like he's reaching his hand through the centuries to tap me on the shoulder. And when I paint, it feels like I am reaching my hand forward hundreds of years to touch someone too.
So it's like a relay.
I work the same way. I make beautiful things with a pencil.
You're just a scientist. For me, the shortest distance between 2 points is not a straight line.
Likewise!
Let's see one of your creations.
It's perfect. Thank you. Talking about mine.
It's a formula.
So is yours.
Yours is letters.
Yours is lines.
My lines mean something.
Oh, so do mine.
Mine is beautiful.
Men have swooned on seeing that.
Mine touches the heart.
And mine touches the head.
Mine will change the future.
Oh, and mine vote.
Oh,
Ta-ma-ra.
Boom-die. Boom-die. Tamara-boom-die. Tamara-boom-die. Well, a man loves a woman.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. Something just came over me.
Where are you going?
I'm going to get my camera! A night like this must be preserved on film. Picasso, do something about that airline has spoiled.
the idea is coming.
I like it. Sounds good.
The idea is coming. The idea is coming.
Hey, Picasso. You're the least funny guy in here. Tell me if you get this joke.
Hey, I'm funny.
That is
I don't know what you're talking about.
Tell us all.
Okay, so a man walks into a bakery, and he asks the baker if they can mail a pie. The baker says, yeah, we can do that. So then the man asks, well, can you bake me a pie in the shape of letter E? The baker says, yeah, we can do that. Why don't you come back in tomorrow, we'll have it ready for you. So the man comes back in the next day, the baker shows him the pie. The man goes, no, you idiot, it's a big E. Want a little E, a little E. So the baker says, no problem. Come back in tomorrow. We'll see what we can do for you. Man comes back in the next day, right? Baker shows him the pie. And the man goes, perfect. This is perfect. Baker says, okay. Where would you like us to mail it? Man goes, you know what? I think I'll eat it here. Guy told me that the other day. I didn't get it.
I think it's surreal.
That's why I didn't get it. I'm a symbolist.
And a good-for-nothing one at that.
You call me a good-for-nothing symbolist?
What's a symbolist? So
basically-
far, it's a fancy excuse for not doing the dishes.
That's not fair. Your post-romanticism has gotten us into a lot of hot water around here.
My romanticism is not post.
Most certainly is.
It's neo.
Post.
Neo.
Post.
Neo.
Oh,
Neo.
stop it, both of you! My God, this is not some sleazy dive somewhere!
The reason the joke is funny is because of the perfect selection of the letter E. It couldn't be an A-shaped pie because A is functioning as both article and noun who needs it. And not a B-shaped pie because of the confusion with the letter and the insect. And he never would have known it was a capital C because C is the same in both uppercase and lowercase pie.
Yeah.
I'll come back to D. An F-shaped pie is just plain not funny. An H-shaped pie doesn't work because it's too unstable. Two vertical bars supported by a Vega crossing structure. An I-shaped pie doesn't work because of the dot problem. Do you connect the dot to the pie, in which case it's no longer an I, or do you leave the dot separate? Which raises the question, is it a dot or is it a cupcake? A K-shaped pie has Kafka written all over it. An M-shaped pie doesn't work because of the MW dilemma, M to whom, and need I mention sigma. An O-shaped pie doesn't work because pie is O-shaped. A P-shaped pie doesn't work because the phrase P-shaped pie has this multi-calypso-ism.
Excuse me, you aren't going to go through the entire alphabet, are you? Because I may only have a few good years left.
Of course not. Some of them are so obvious they needed to be mentioned. Like Q, for example.
All right, what's the matter with Q?
Well, a Q is just an O with a comma through it. And a comma-shaped pie is just a croissant.
Q, you said you would come back to D.
Oh,
No! I have to add. I mean P.
Wait a minute. You said the joke was funny, but it wasn't funny.
oh, yes it was. I laughed.
No, you didn't.
Not now, no. I will laugh later. An icebox laugh.
An icebox laugh?
Yes! You don't laugh now, but an hour later you're at home and you're standing in front of the icebox and you laugh.
Shit. Why?
See? He's just getting it now! Probably through a process of elimination.
So, you're saying that I might laugh at a joke later?
Right.
You're saying that I might owe it a laugh?
Exactly! See, you're laughing at it now.
No. Stop that. Laugh at that thing that happened a year ago.
Or maybe the things that happened a year ago wasn't really funny and you're really laughing just now at the pie joke.
That's a good theory, but there's a problem.
But,
See, the thing that happened a year ago is when the cat was running across the kitchen floor to jump through the cat door. But it was locked. There's no way that wasn't funny.
How about you, my dear? What do you say?
I've had my example of a cruel joke.
Oh, come on.
You are a cruel, womanizing bastard.
If you're trying to praise me, that is a poor choice of words.
You are ridiculous.
Look, I meant everything I said that night. I just forgot what I said. Stranger things will happen in your young life. Believe me, worse things.
Oh, I believed you.
Oh, and I believed it too. And now that I see you tonight, my dear, I am believing it all over again. I remember a blue-green bed with a rose-colored spread over it. A thin half moon on the wall, holding a candle. On your bedside table, there were 3 rings side by side, with small turquoise stones. One with garnets, and next to them, a penalty ribbon. Later, I picked it up off the floor. I can't remember your name.
Well, I never told you.
Yes, you did. I remember it now.
I never told it to
Yes,
you.
you did, Suzanne.
I don't remember.
My ear was inches from your mouth. You said your name to me, then spoke words, half whispered, passion obscuring their meaning. Do you remember?
Yes.
I did 3 drawings of you from memory,
You did?
but I can do better.
I'll be there later.
That's a coincidence. So will I.
I should get going. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, Al. When will you be there?
When the play's over,
they can't do all this much!
So, who is the third?
What do you mean, Gaston?
Well, in this bar tonight are 2 men. One is Einstein, the other Picasso, both about the same age, who think that somehow they are going to change this century. So, let's give it to them. Let's say they are. There must be a third. There is always a triptych. The Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost, the 3 graces. Musketeers, how many? 3.
So who is the third point in the triangle, so to speak?
Maybe it's Matisse.
no, Matisse cannot be third. If he wants, he can be fourth, but he cannot be the third point in the triangle.
I hate to break it to you, but a triangle with 4 points will not fly. A triangle with 4 points is what Euclid rides into hell.
Who is the third? You are lucky tonight. You were here in the moment heard straight from the horse's mouth. I will be changing the century.
Oh, and what is your name?
Schmendemann. Charles Davenant Schmendemann.
And how will you change the century?
It's my invention.
What is your invention?
It's an inflexible and very versatility material.
Oh, and what's it made from?
I'll tell you what it's made from. Equal parts asbestos, kitten paws, and radium. The only problem with it is that building considerations only allow it to be used in Los Angeles, San Francisco, and the island of Krakatoa, east of Java. But still, that's a big market. So, everybody have a drink.
On you?
No. Just have a drink and remember my name. That's Schmendemann. There is a distinction between talent and genius. Talent is the ability to say things well, but genius is the ability to, well, say things. Talent sells 1 million in a year, but genius sells 5,000 a year for 200 years. Can you compute that? I'm not moving too fast for you. See, you have to work to have talent, but genius comes gift wrapped in a blue box from Tiffany's.
Picasso, Einstein, and Schmendemann. Somehow it doesn't have a ring.
Which one's Picasso? Oh, I've heard of you. Nice work, if you like blue. It's about time for a Spaniard again. I mean, it's been a long time since Velázquez. I'm just needling you. You know, you would be interested in my process. Creation's easy. writer, but my heart told me to invent an inflexible and very brittle building material, which, by the way, is called schmendamite. So I did. That's how I know that my place in history is secure. I followed my heart. Next bar. Schmenna, schmenna, men. Oh, wait! I just had another idea. A tall, pointy cap for dunces.
What the hell was that?
I admire his confidence and nothing else.
Here's the way I look at it. We're not so much going to change the century as bend it. Let's say Picasso here is a genius. The century is just flying along through space when it whizzes by Picasso here and it picks up speed and flings off into a new direction. Like a comet veering left at the sun. The century is just zigzagging along, bending and curving, influenced by the powerful gravity of people like Picasso. But the century itself, because we are in it, appears to be heading straight.
How can something be curved but appear to be straight? Come on, buddy.
Oh, gee, I never thought about that. I guess you're right. How about the horizon, you misfit?
Are you trying to get my vote?
No, I'm just trying to explain something. You'll be happy to know that not only is the horizon something that appears to be straight, but is actually curved, but so is space in general.
Horseshit!
Then it just so happens that it is.
It is not.
It's too.
It's not.
It's too.
It's not.
It's so.
It's not.
It's so. Hold it. Not only is space curved, but light has mass and it bends when it passes by large masses, like the sun, at a finite speed, regardless of the motion of its source. Oh my God! I can't believe I just blurted out the ending of my book. But I just said it's my business, and I hope it leaves this room.
Glad you stopped me. I was just going for the phone.
Would you like to hear a woman's opinion on this?
There is no women's opinion. This is science.
Are you saying that women cannot be scientists?
No. I'm saying there is no gender-related opinion on this matter. Did Madame Curie say, I think I discovered radium, I better check with a man? No man's opinion, no women's opinion. It's sexless.
I know the feeling.
The fundamental and are not subject to opinion, absolute truth, depending on where you're standing.
Are you through?
I am.
So much thinking.
You should try it sometime.
How do you draw something? It seems so impossible.
It's all in the iris.
And I maintain that the wrist starts here.
I had an idea once.
Which century?
2 years ago. I had to paint my shutters. I had to figure out a color. Thought about it for a long time. Should it be a light color or a dark color? For a while, forest blue seemed nice. And then I realized there is no such color as forest blue. I tried to flip a coin, but lost it on the roof. I started thinking, What are shutters anyway? What would their natural color be? Then I realized shutters don't occur in nature, and they have no natural color. I thought, maybe just take the shutters off. And then I started thinking about moving to a land where there are no shutters. And frankly, suicide. And then one day, there was a sale on green paint. Ka-ching. That was it.
My process is just like that. But lead out the start, all the middle parts, and jump to the end. If I ask myself what color I want, it would just slow me down.
I know what he means.
I see other painters struggling with it, killing themselves over it even, and I don't get them. I put the pencil to the paper, and it comes out. Not the craft, mind you, that was difficult to get, but the ideas are a different matter. The ideas swoop down on me. They fall like rain. They land with a crash.
They sunk too.
Absolutely, they thunk.
You too?
Yes, and pop.
Pop all the time, that goes without saying. They never seem to flow.
Never flow. Well, sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Where did they come from, these ideas?
Before me, artists used to get their ideas from the past. But as of this moment, they are coming from the future, fast and loose.
Absolutely from the future.
I think, in the moment of pencil to paper, the future is mapped out in the face of the person drawing. Imagine that. The pencil is pushed hard enough. The lead goes through the paper into another dimension.
Yes!
A kind of fourth dimension, if that's what you want to call it.
I can't believe you're saying this.
And this fourth dimension is the future.
Wrong!
The pencil pokes into the future, sucks up the ideas, and transfers them to the paper, for Christ's sakes. And what the hell do you know about it anyway? You're a scientist. You just want theories.
Yes, and like you, the series must be beautiful. You know why the sun doesn't revolve around the earth? Because the idea is not beautiful enough. If you're trying to prove that the sun revolves around the earth, in order for the theory to fit the facts, you have to have the planets moving backwards and the sun doing loops-the-loops. Too ugly. Very ugly.
So you're saying you bring beautiful ideas into being?
Yes. We create a system and see if the facts can fit it.
So you're not just describing the world as it is?
No, we are creating a new way of looking at the world.
So you're dreaming the impossible and putting it into effect.
Exactly! Brother! Oh,
You two are spouting a lot of bullshit. I say the only reason you got into physics and art in the first place is to meet girls.
You actually think I said to myself, oh, how can I meet a lot of girls? I know, I'll develop a unified field theory.
Look, I'm not saying you're not sincere, but let's face it, you've got a lot of splashy party talk. And you've got the perfect and oldest pickup line. I'd like to try.
That is outrageous.
This is unconscious. I just think that somewhere way back, you both realized that maybe you weren't the handsomest things around. You decided to go a different route.
I'm disgusted. Countess! Albert! Rouge.
Of course not. That is where you said you would be.
Oh, how stupid of me. Of course you'd come here.
Now, what is it that you say
Oh,
about it being impossible to perceive motion produced by an outside gravitational force?
oh, God, she's sexy. It's impossible to, distinguish between two bodies unified in a field. Although we may never meet again, like the roots of the great sequoia growing deep in the earth, the ideas we have said here tonight will lace themselves irrevocably throughout the century.
Tonight is the night the world fell quiet and listened to a conversation.
Oh, Lapin, Agile.
Picasso, Einstein. Picasso, Einstein. My only regret is that we will be in different volumes in the encyclopedia.
But at least there'll be no Schwendemann to come between us.
I envy him.
Why's that?
In science, there's no reason to ever get cynical.
Why would an artist get cynical?
I think it's called marketing.
I've got to run next door and catch Antoine before he leaves town without paying his bar tab. Now, I might be gone a little bit longer than you think it would take somebody to run next door and catch Antoine before he leaves town without paying his bar tab. But in theater, it's okay.
Gaston,
Ah,
don't you have to pee?
not at all. There it is. What are you putting in your drinks? Liquid?
Tasty. Quite tasty.
What was I? Dessert?
What do you mean?
I mean, how many meals have you had today?
Oh, why be nasty? We're not so different.
Oh, yeah. We slept together, but there is a difference. For me, you are the thing that never happened. You and Freddie exist in separate universes. What I do in one has nothing to do with the other.
How convenient.
Oh, well, don't get me wrong. I'm not being nasty. I like you. It's just that I know about men like you.
Men like me. Where are there men like me?
Have a drink. You don't want me to go on.
No. Now you tell me about men like me.
A steady woman is important to you. Because then you know for sure that you have someone to come home to in case you can't find someone else. You notice every woman, don't you?
Many.
I mean every woman. Waitresses, wives, weavers, actresses, ushers, laundresses. You notice them, don't you?
Yes.
And when you see a woman walk by, you think, I wonder what she would be like. You could be bouncing your baby on your knee, and if a woman walks by, you wonder what she would be like.
Go on.
Would you have two in one night when the lies work out and you feel it's your right? Well, the rules don't apply to you because the rules were made up by women. And they have to be if there's going to be any society at all. You cancel one when someone better comes along. She finds you funny, bohemian, irresistible, and you like them young. Because then you can bamboozle them and they just think want them when you want them, never when they want you. And afterwards, you can't wait to leave. Or if you're unlucky enough to have her at your place, you can't wait for her to leave, because the truth is, we don't exist afterwards. And all conversation becomes meaningless because it's not going to get you anywhere, because it already got you there. You're unreachable. Your whole act is a camouflage, but you are lucky. Because you have a true talent that you are too wise to use. And because of that, you will always be desirable. So when you wear out one woman, there will always be another one who just wants to taste it, who just wants to be next to someone like you. And so you will never have to earn a woman, and you will never appreciate one.
I appreciate women. I draw them, don't I?
Well, that's because we're so goddamn beautiful, isn't it?
Command. Men want. And women are wanted. That's the way it is. And that's the way it will always be.
That may be true. Why be so greedy? And by the way, I knew you were using me, but I was using you back.
How?
Well, now I know what a painter is like. Tomorrow night, a street paver maybe, a bookseller, or a news agent. I mean, a street paver may not have much to talk about to a girl like me, but I can write my romantic scenarios in my head and pull them down like a screen in front of me to project my fantasies onto. Just like you project your fantasies onto a piece of paper.
Where does Freddie fit in? Huh? Why are you with him?
Because occasionally, Freddie says something so profound, I'm just not to admit. But really, what I wouldn't give for a country boy.
Got some bitchin' time.
Not quite.
I've heard many concerts. Is it true? I mean, is it really? Oh my God. Oh my God, it's you. I can't believe it. May I approach? Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. I mean, what is it like to be you? What is it really like? Oh, wait a minute. You're not Schmendeman. Oh!
Well, another typical night.
I learned something here tonight.
What's that, Gaston?
You take two geniuses, put them in a room together, and gee willikers.
Boy, you really know how to turn a phrase.
Now, what I mean is, these two guys are smart. That's what it must take to be a genius. Brains. An incredible amount of brains.
What happened to that?
Freddie!
I swear I paid the bill. Where are you? Come here, let's go. I've got some.
I guess I got it right.
Very sorry.
I got it up with that. I don't know.
You want something in that?
Like what?
Well, like vodka?
Oh, you're kidding. Oh, by the way, watch the shoes.
What brings you here?
Oh, well, I kind of like surprising people, you know, showing up where you least expected. So I thought I'd do a little time traveling and try different times and all.
You put some vodka in it.
Well, you all seem like some pretty nice folks.
Oh, how dare you? This is Paris.
What do you mean, pretty nice folks?
Oh, well, you know, friendly, good-natured, accepting of strangers.
Why would I change
Oh,
now?
well, where I come from, that's what people are like.
And where do you come from?
Memphis.
Memphis, Egypt?
No, sir, Memphis is in America.
No, I don't trust any country that doesn't eat frogs.
Apparently the cat door was locked. Oh my god. We've ended right where we started from.
Not only is Space Code, but so is Paris.
I don't believe we've met.
Oh, yes, we will.
You and I think alike.
Okay, watch the shoes.
What do you do?
Oh, well, I guess, sing songs about love.
If only I could sing songs about
If
love.
I could sing songs about love, I'd remember lovers past and fill the lyrics with sunlight.
If I could sing songs about love, no more paints or brushes, just the moonlight, the moonlight, and you.
I would stand in summer evenings along the Seine and sing, sing, sing.
People crowding in a smoky cabaret to hear the song stylings of Albert Einstein appearing nightly with the Kentucky men.
See what I mean about you all being some pretty nice folks? Just 6 little cuddly pussycats.
Good. You're all still here.
That is the camera?
The latest.
They're making it so small.
Okay, everybody group together over there.
I'd like to order 3 1x2s and a Daguerreotype type.
Come on, everybody in a row and squeeze together.
Oh, I just hate having my picture taken.
You, get in there too.
Oh, don't mind if I do.
Who are you, by the way?
Oh, well, I guess you could say I'm a messenger.
On this day, in 1904, the Lapin was the site of this historic photo.
Did somebody say historic photo? Still see the others.
Sure can. Okay. Everybody, smile. Hold it. You're not all smiling.
I smiled
Okay. How about this? We'll think of a word that makes the face go naturally into a smile. And then we'll all say it at the same time. What's the word? I've got it! Matisse. Okay. Everyone, say Matisse. Matisse. Picasso! You're not smiling!
I just can't. Not if you're going to say the thieves.
Now, how about Rubens?
Oh, please, we're supposed to smile, no?
How about Michelangelo von Roth?
There's not enough time for everyone to say Michelangelo Cannelloni.
Like this.
How about cheese? Cheese.
Cheese is good!
Chuck another one up for me.
Okay. Everyone, say cheese.
what is wrong with me? Huh? That's some strong stuff. Boy, oh boy, what a weird thing.
Weird? It's just sheep.
Sheep? It looks like 5 women to me. Are you putting me on? You see sheep?
I see sheep. She sees sheep. Everyone here sees sheep except you.
Well, mercy. It sure looks like 5 weird women to me.
Where did you say you were from?
From the future.
And, why are you here?
She sent me with a message.
Who is she?
She is the woman who whispers in your ear every time you touch pencil to paper.
And what is the message?
Are you open to receive it?
Yes.
You better stand back.
I could dream it forever and still not do it. But when time comes for it to be done, God, I want to be ready for it. To be ready for the moment of convergence between the thing done and the doing. Between the thing to be made and its maker. At that moment, I am speaking for everyone. I am dreaming for the billions yet to come. I am taking a part of us that cannot be understood by God and letting it bleed from the wrist onto the canvas. And it can only be made because I have felt these things. My love, my lust, my greed, my happiness. So,
Sante!
this is what it's like
What?
to be there at the moment.
What moment?
The moment I leave blue behind. I'd like some wine.
Any special color?
Rosé. My name is Picasso. Are you an artist?
Oh, I had my moment.
What kind of moment?
I had my moment of perfection.
I know the feeling. I just had it over there.
It's a
Yes, it is.
I think not many people have it.
No, they don't.
And it's hard to know when it's happening till it's over.
Don't tell anyone that. Better to let them think you always knew.
Yes, sir.
Don't let anyone in on the fact that we can't help it. We are like the chickens that cross the road. We do it and we don't know why.
Yes, sir.
And remember, in a sense, we are both exalted because we are originals.
Now that is a bold statement, Mr. Picasso, especially considering you and I both took ideas from the art of the Negro. Whoa!
Did you see that?
The roof is gone.
The stars have come out.
Millions and millions of stars.
You're faded.
Oh, it's night. I didn't know it was night. You know, the time traveling thing. I arrived, I don't know whether it's lunch or dinner or what. I put on 18 pound cents and I'm hoping to take them off when I get back.
I want to get a new suit. When I present my paper, I want to be wearing a new suit.
I wonder what I'll be wearing when I paint it.
Well, I'd like something white with a big belt. Did you see that?
A shooting star. They hit the atmosphere and burn bright.
I want to leave behind a long string, a long trail of fire.
From horizon to horizon.
So bright that when you look away, you can still see it against your eyes.
I'd like that, a retention of vision.
I'd like that too. Into my 80s, a retention of vision.
I'd like that too, although I'm not sure what you're talking about.
No, but don't die young.
Me too.
Are you dead?
Pretty much,
How is it?
you know? Give it a 3.
All those stars. It's a miracle.
No, it's not a miracle. That's just the way it is. It would be a miracle if, for example, the stars rearranged themselves and spelled out our names across the
My God!
It's a miracle, just like Vegas.
There's my
And
name!
yes, I'm a tool.
I don't see yours from
Oh, it's there, all right. Right above both yours and 3 times as big.
Oh, yeah.
Better get used to it, gentlemen, because that is just the way that it works.
I want to have enough time to make enough things.
I want to make Newton's apple leap back into the tree.
I want to come at them through the radio and break their hearts.
I want them to see the 1,000 years of tenderness in a woman combing her hair.
I want an idea to take them at the speed of light to the edge of the universe.
I want them to not feel so lonesome tonight.
Hey, I think we should toast.
God's
Not a good one.
Sure, let's. I'll pour.
I'll drink.
I want to toast to the 20th century.
Why the 20th century?
Heck, I know why. Why? Because in this century, the accomplishments of the artists and the scientists outshone any accomplishments made by the politicians and governments.
We shall see.
You can take that to the bank. I know what he means.
You always know what everybody means. What exactly does he mean, Freddie?
Well, it's simple. He means that in the 20th century, no political movement will be as glorious as the line across the paper, or the note across the staff, or even the idea across the mind.
See what I mean?
I do what I can. I'll start the toast. Y'all are pretty good rhymers. The pendulum swings to the left.
The pendulum swings to the right.
The past was driven by horses.
The future is driven by light.
Coconuts.
The mistakes of the past are over.
Their mother waits to be married.
The pelicans are funny.
Say goodbye to the age of indifference!
And say hello to the age of regret.
To the 20th century.
To the 20th century.
The 20th century!
Isn't it funny how the play fit perfectly between the time that the lights went up and the lights went down?